Happy Friday and welcome to the weekly recap. And I actually just realized, Maddie, I had the number wrong. I thought it is. This is 92, even though the calendar appointment said 91. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great and super excited that we are a couple of weeks away from Veeam 100 Summit in Prague, but we are also very close to our Recap 100. So we are still taking in ideas for what we should actually do special for the Veeam 100 recap.
Yeah, in
But how
fact,
are you?
I'm good, and I'm in Atlanta. We just did a uh, we're actually going to continue to do a partner advisory council. So we're talking to a number of our different partners, and it's funny. I talked about the Idea Hub with them, so they like that, which is a special part of the community hub. So yeah, but man, here I am. It's only 6 a.m. right now, Maddie. It's not 5 a.m. So that's a
Oh, wow.
small victory, right? Because usually, I
Yeah.
mean, I actually messaged Maddie. I'm like, it might be late. But I almost was because that shower is really nice, So I just, anyways, I'm doing good. So
As long as you don't forget about me that I'm waiting in here,
no, I won't forget. It's funny you mentioned about the 100th anniversary. I'm adding to our special department news yet already again the running list from Maurice on ideas for the 100th episode. So, yeah, we got a whole bunch of things coming up. In fact, I'll just say now we're going to skip next week's recap because I'm going to be on vacation. I'm going to be in Scotland and I'm really excited about that. I can't speak to the Wi-Fi, and I don't know if my wife would like me to be and now doing the recap from the room while she's trying to sleep or whatever. So we'll skip 1 week. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You need some rest as well because it's like one one week you are in a room, another week you are in another room. You deserve like a proper vacation, like just relax and
You know,
chill.
what's scary, Madalena, is some of the hotel brands will tell you how many nights you've stayed your whole life with them. And one of them I've spent 1.2 years at. And it's not even my go-to brand. So that's pretty scary.
It is.
Oh, don't. Ugh. Anyways, I love it. I love being with people. I love the community. And speaking of community, we have I don't even know how to describe a massive break of the rule here. So uh, we are going to go through all of these tabs here this morning. So Maddie even said we need to break the rule, and then we had this long page of special department. So I think it's good to kind of finish strong before we skip a week. But first up is Christians, and what caught you about this one, Maddie?
So basically, Christian explains in simple but really powerful words why it is so important, vital to protect our data nowadays. As you can see, people working in cybersecurity call data the new oil. And Christian takes as a study case Microsoft 365, and he synthesized the benefits of using Veeam as a backup solution. And I also like that he's pinpointing the Microsoft 365 is like a SaaS offering. As such, it is our responsibility, to protect the critical business data due to Microsoft share responsibility. And we should highlight this because many people are still not aware of this fact. And I think it's great to just mention it every time we have the opportunity. What do you think about that, Rick?
No, this is a great point, and we've documented the responsibility model, and it, really matches what actually all Microsoft products kind of do, and in our story around that. And a lot of times, Maddie, if I were to, explain to people, do you need a backup, for example, let me just show you. If I would say recover, let's spell it right, recover Microsoft 365 from ransomware. I love that one of the, first official Microsoft pages, and they just did this change, by the way. you know, how to recover from a attack here, the word backup is in here 9 times, right? So it's like, this tells me, you know, that you need a backup when the word backup is mentioned in here, you know. So it's like, if you don't think you need a backup for Microsoft 365, trust me, you do. And great narration there, Christian. Thank you for sharing, for sure.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. Really great article in there.
I have a dead tab. I hope I didn't miss something, but we'll figure it out. But next up is Michael Paul carrying the Microsoft theme. Uh, Good old Michael Paul putting the mic in Microsoft. Boom, boom, about retiring IP addresses. And you know, anybody with an Azure subscription got an email about this, but I really like how Michael explains what this is, and then when it takes effect, and then what's coming in the future. So this is a pretty cool post.
Yeah, when I saw the title, I was like, wait, what? What's happening?
Yeah.
And then I went through the whole article and then I realized what he was talking about. But yeah, it's good. He actually explained, because if you go to their page, to the official page, you're going to see some of these detail, the difference between the basic SQE IP addresses and the standard one. But I think Michael goes like one step further, and he takes it to another level and explains each of these categories. So that's really great.
Yeah, indeed. And you know, anybody who has some of the more simple Azure accounts, you know, you may have run out of IPs, right? So this is kind of an allocation bit for your account. So I'm going to give this a good read because I need to redo some stuff in my Azure lab. But no, this is a good thing to get in front of, much like the M365 authentication change that we were talking about. Oh, guess who's back? Yang Kang. And by the way, congratulations, Yang Kang. He's taken a new role. He's an independent Kubernetes and more advisor, and now he's automating. It's funny. Now that he left the casting group of Veeam, he's doing the same thing. This is awesome, but he's automating, let's see, 5 minutes to create a trial account, automated in GKE with Kasten K10. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And did you know that there is a 90 days, $300 free trial to use Google Cloud?
Oh, I did not
That's
see
so
that.
awesome.
Where?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know because, yeah, 90, yeah, right there. But basically, you know, the cloud can get expensive, and sometimes if you don't want to allocate infrastructure to set up a Kubernetes cluster, the public cloud becomes the way to do it. Ah, that's a really good one. So good catch there. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I hope Yongkang is going to be more and more present in our Kubernetes corner space, right? Just like, let's see.
Yeah. So anyways, congrats, Yong Kang, on the new adventure, and keep it coming in here for sure. Thank you so much for sharing. And now we're going to break the rule. We're actually going to bring a throwback topic from way back over a year ago of Community Hub versus forums. In fact, Maddie, no joke, I just explained this to someone the other day, and P-Shoot from way back in the time had asked this, which is interesting. And Ksenia dropped a nice explanatory answer. But what was interesting is, let's see, right about here, Milder was talking about integration. Now, yeah, I still don't have an update there, but basically Cosmic had a question, and because Cosmic is very active on the forums, and he's now coming in here, and he found this. So I think a couple of updates here. One thing I'll add, Maddie, is that support is support, and that's the one part that really doesn't apply to others. You can get, I don't want to say you can get help on both places, but if you have like a support problem in a case, that goes through the structured bit. But some really good comments just came in on this one, even a year old.
Yes, absolutely. I really love that about it. And there is an integration at the moment actually between the R&D forums and the community. And if you are active in R&D forums, all the points are transferred to the community. But I do get why people are getting confused on that, because both of them can be used in similar ways at some point, but in the same time, I feel like the vibe is a bit different, right? You would go to R&D forums, as Michael says in here, for like a feature request, or if you have like a case open. And then Jeff says like, this is a bit more formal, like the R&D forums is a bit more formal. And I do believe I agree to that. While the community hub is a way of meeting new people, engaging, learning from each other. You go and create content, you have discussions, you talk about events, right? And then you have the VUGs where you can discuss on your own language, something that you don't have available at the R&D forums. You have the thematic groups as well, where you can bring up ideas about the specific topic. So yeah, I feel like in a way they are different, but what I would advise, as I said, like in my comment, I would just like, if I were a legend especially, or a Vanguard, or somebody from like a Veeam 100, but not only, I would just say, go to both of them. I think you can learn from both of them. They are to be used maybe in a bit different way, depending of your needs.
Yeah, I agree with all of the comments here, but I really like Scott's comment here. And he highlights also that the blog section, which is a very differentiating aspect as well. You could also make the same discussion around the scripts library, because like, why do that when we have GitHub? If anything, just make this a place where you can point to all the different Veeam things across all the different properties. So good discussion, is still relevant as ever. And yeah, we, I see both properties carrying on, but I also say, as we're getting bigger, we need different types of experiences. That's another reason that there's these two properties. And so all the way back from P-Shoot, keeping it going live a year later. All right.
Yes, absolutely. So with that article, we broke the rule.
Yep.
But
and
now
we're going to break the bucket. We're going to overfill special department news, because we are recording on the 5th of October, which is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And Marco gets us started off right here.
Yes, there are a lot of interesting things going to happen at the cybersecurity space. Marco will keep us updated with events online, or not only online, but like in different parts of the world, about free certification courses, maybe some gadgets that he can find if you participate in different events. And then I know Edwin from Product Strategy is planning something for us as well. So Christian already wrote an article to make our life easier. So he found, if you just go to the next one, there are like 18 free cybersecurity university courses for CV, as he says. So yeah, I think we should celebrate Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And if anyone wants to contribute to this space, would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, if you have resources that you're aware of, and like some of these are a free short course on pen testing. Wow. I mean, that's cool. I didn't even know some of these things existed, So Christian, that is an awesome list here. And let's see if anybody else had any ads here, but not yet. But if anybody has some ads that they want to add to this, and if I remember, we had something last year, which actually might be this one. And I love how the forum does the related topics on the content here. So Marco had something last year, right? So again, a lot of those resources still might apply, but there's always more. So thank you so much for sharing, Christian and Marco.
Yeah. Thank you, both of you. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to see more things happening at the cybersecurity space. So guys, stay tuned.
Close to Marco's heart is the user group in Italy, and this is kind of cool. The VMUG, the VMware User Group UserCon, which is their larger field events. The use the Veeam user group, Italy will actually be exhibiting and be engaged at the UserCon. So that'll be kind of a cool one. Yeah, so it goes Italian real quick, but that's a
Yeah.
pretty cool shout here for sure. So thank you for bringing that to our attention, Marco Lovisi. So good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you are around in Milan on the 12th of October, just go and join Marco. Go join our VUG Italy leaders. Some of our Veeam employees are going to be there to represent Veeam, so I think it's going to be a great event.
Yeah, and yeah, those user cons are fun, Maddie. Those are cool. Those are right up our alley in the audiences. So yeah, it's going to be a good one for sure. They always are. Next, oh, Michael Paul, yet again, free certification with the Cloud Skills Challenge. And there's a couple of challenges as part of Microsoft Ignite. And I tell you, that was part of our special department last year or last week to highlight Veeam's presence at Ignite. But this is actually kind of cool, the Cloud Skills Challenge. I'm afraid to take the challenge because there's so much I don't know, Maddie.
Well, it's an opportunity to learn, Rick, right?
Yeah, I need to probably, but this looks pretty comprehensive. So let's take one of them and let's just see. I'll just take this one. Oh, it's protect everything. That's a good idea for Cybersecurity Month. And again, it takes you right into these different resources here. So, you can have these exams, you can get certifications, and there's probably prep resources. So all kinds of good stuff. But I think these cloud skills challenges, that's a pretty interesting thing to look into.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Michael, for sharing that with us.
Yeah, cool. And the next special department, oh, because we're not going to have a recap next week, we've got an exclusive event. Tell me about this pretty cool one.
So we're going to talk with Alara Ostruk. She's community manager for Tigera. We're going to talk about communities, technical communities, and we're going to use as a study case Calico open source. Jeff was great to put us in touch with Alara and to organize this event. So I'm really looking forward for it. And if anyone is actually interested in general in technical communities, which is everyone, right, in our community,
Yep.
I would just invite them to this great event. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot out of it.
Yeah, and I got to give a shout out to Alara and the Calico team because much like Veeam has the Legends of Vanguards type of designation, they have the Calico Big Cat. I love that name, the Big Cat right there. You can see it. That's the name of their program. That is awesome. So that's cool. So yeah, I'll be there. Maddie will be there. The notorious KGG will be there, and Alara. So that'll be an awesome event. I'm looking forward to that. I will be online for that one. And we mentioned it earlier. I stuck another piece of special department news. We're harvesting ideas for the 100th episode. I'd love to, see what we could come up with. I think I better bring my camera to Prague, if you know what I mean, Maddie. So we'll see.
You should.
And the last piece of special advice or special department news is Veeam update. So first of all, let me explain what this is, Manny, and for the viewers. Veeam update is kind of that 6 months away, 6 months before point after Veeam that was in May. Now, this is going to happen on November 3rd and 4th. We actually record it tomorrow, heading down to Florida for that. But basically, you can win a customized PlayStation 5. We're going to do that Snack Magic box, which actually my wife loved that stuff. She's like, oh, that's amazing. Anyways, but you have to register and attend to be eligible to win those prizes. But it's a real short endeavor. We're going to have a keynote general session that's going to traverse all the different products, give you an update. And then we're going to have an Ask Me Anything type of thing. And there also will be a Lab Wars part that will be open for this as well. And we're going to, of course, put a prize on that, a free conference pass to the Miami event. So Veeam update, I'll put a link in the notes. There'll be a lot of links in today's post. But basically, the thought is just take an hour, get caught up with what's going on at Veeam, and so that should be pretty fun. And I'm not going to forget it this time, Maddie. Special department closeout. Now we talk about who's new. We have 51 new people, and actually, I didn't ask you what you thought were some of the coolest usernames, but hopefully you like what I picked.
Let's see.
Yeah, so I like 01. I think that's how I would read that. Sysadmin, Brainshark, CloudSec, really relevant for Cybersecurity Month. And ACAT, that's always Alfred approved.
Of course. That's Alfred's pick. It's not even yours.
There you go, Alfred's pick. I need like a little icon just of Alfred himself. So I probably have it in some of the other visuals to get these tiles or whatever. I could probably come up with that. But anyways, big welcome everyone. Always good, good process, good like traction in the community, and it's always good to see everyone join. So Maddie, I almost need to go back to bed after all this. This is a lot to go through.
So much information, but it's all relevant, right? So, yeah. I mean, all these special department news, I feel like people are sharing so much in the community, and I think it's like good to share it further for the people that don't see. Maybe they are just watching the recap or they don't go through everything on the community. So it's a recap, right?
We look at it all, between me, you, and April B. We skim everything that comes in, and things that are old that get revisited, like the one post. So, and we filter through that and kind of harvest up the list. And sometimes there's a lot, and sometimes we stick to the rules. So, good stuff. And so, thank you so much for curating everything today, Maddie. That was a great list.
Thank you, Rick.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.